Dear Earthmates, we are visiting poet Moom Rahaman in Bangladesh. We met about 5 years ago, and thanks to an international poetry meeting in your wonderful capital city. And how are you, dear Moom?
I'm doing fine. It's a pleasure to meet you once again.
Yeah, same here. I love your poetry,
Thanks.
full of wisdom, minimalistic, strong. And how did your love for poetry and literature in general begin?
Well, I think all over in the world, all the poets have the same story. They start to write during their school life, bunking the classes, looking through the windows, watching birds or fly moving around and writing something kind of gibberish or kind of rhyme, creating some kind of rhyme. That's it. In every point, I started very early year, like I presume that was kind of first rhyme about butterfly. I just saw a butterfly and feel like in Bengali, we used to say butterfly as Prajapati. So it's like rhyming with Prajapati. I don't know the full poem right now, but it's in my school time, maybe grade 7th or 8th.
Yes. And who were some of the poets who, impressed you, or till today after?
Well, as you know, the great poet Rabindranath Tagore, he is the inspiration of Bengali poetry. There is not a single person in this country, not a single literate person in Bengali who speak Bengali language. They are always influenced by Rabindranath Tagore, and later on we were influenced by Jivanananda Das. Jivanananda Das is very kind of fond of nature, very kind of Bengali, and he had some very new approach, using the verb in a new way, and he has a huge influence not over only me. I think all the poets. It's really tough to get out yourself from Tagore and Jivanananda Das.
Mm-hmm.
And moreover, there were these poets were, we can call Indian poets also, because that time the India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh was same country. But after the liberation, 1971, the Great Liberation War, we had some modern poets also. Among them, I think Abul Hasan influenced me a lot. But nowadays, if you ask me who influenced me, I'll say nobody influenced me, because as a reader, they influenced me. But as a poet, I always try to find my own voice.
Wonderful. And you also read and write in English?
A little bit. I'm not very good at English, but I try myself sometimes.
Very good. And by the way, many Earthmates, I think, may not know that Bengali or Bangla is spoken by around 300 million people, right? Is that so?
Yeah.
It's one of the 10 major languages in terms of pop. Yeah. And okay, at this point, would you like to say a few things or recite a poem in your mother tongue?
Yeah, I may try. Then I have to wear my glass. I
Okay.
can't read without glass. There is a book. I presume I give you this one. It's called 1, 2, 3, 4. There are poems about one. It's kind of one-liners and couplets and haikus and four-liners. So I'd love to read few. I think haiku would be great. Thirsty river, hungry soil. Thirsty river, hungry soil. Where is the shade, dear?
Very good. And how about the Bangla version?
Okay, you would like to hear that?
Yes, please.
শুকনা নদী ক্ষুধার্ত মাটি শুকনা নদী thirsty river ক্ষুধার্ত মাটি hungry soil where is the shade dear কোথা সে ছায়া সখী so it's from a summer season. This is one of my favorite. পাখির ঠোঁটে পোকার মৃত্যুদণ্ড গ্রীষ্ম সকালে. On the bird's beak, insect die. On the bird's beak, insect die in the summer morning. Early in the summer morning, a bird is catching an insect, and that gives me.
And how's that in Bangla?
Let me repeat it once again. পাখির ঠোঁটে পোকার মৃত্যুদণ্ড. পাখির ঠোঁট. পাখি is bird, ঠোঁট is beak. পোকার মৃত্যুদণ্ড. গ্রীষ্ম সকালে. গ্রীষ্ম is summer and সকাল is morning. So summer morning.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, one more, please.
Yeah, from rainy season. Insane wave. Insane wave. We'll kill this cloud. We'll kiss this cloud. Insane wave will kiss this cloud. That's why he jumped. So in Bangla, uttal ঢেউ মেঘকে চুমু খাবে লাফাচ্ছে তাই. উত্তাল ঢেউ মেঘকে চুমু খাবে লাফাচ্ছে তাই. Insane wave will kiss the cloud. That's why he jumped.
Great, thank you.
Sorry, pardon.
Okay. You are what people call a very experimental poet as well. I think you do not, they cannot categorize you easily.
Yeah.
And what do you feel and think about your relationship and with readers, general, and do you have special readers?
Well, I think I always look for readers, but I don't have that much reader. I'm not that much popular, or I don't write for readers even. I write for myself, and there are very few people who likes my I should say, because I always break myself, I always change my writing, and I always do, as you said, experiment with my letters, my write-ups, my thoughts. And so sometimes even readers, they have kind of expectations. Regular kind of reader have expectation. Like, if someone is writing some surreal poetry, so reader, whoever loves to read surreal poetry, they follow them. Well, but I change my route so many times, so sometimes my reader even left me. but I never left my.
Yes. And when do you write? Is there a specific time of the day, for example, morning or night,
Yeah,
or any
yeah.
time, anywhere?
Usually I'm an early riser. Like I used to get up in the morning 7, maximum 8, and I do my breakfast like 10. So during this 3 or 2 hours, I always try to write something. And if I can't write, I feel like that I didn't earn my breakfast. So that's kind of my fixed timing, 7 to 10 or 8 to 10. Otherwise, poetry doesn't always come according to routine, according to times. Regarding poetry, it can be come to me anytime, and anytime I can write anything. And nowadays, if you have a mobile phone in your pocket, a cell phone, you can take notes, you can write anytime. So, and as you know, I don't do any job, I don't do any other business. So I'm a full-time writer. So basically, I don't have very fixed, like rigid timing. That is, the morning session is kind of, I must do that. But rest of the day, anytime I feel, I sit in my computer, or I sit in my desk and I write. And I use all the mediums like computer, notepads, diary, classical notebooks, pen, paper, pencil. Anything I got, I used to scribe. I'm like a scribing poet, always scribing something.
Yeah, wonderful. And you're also interested in plays and Samuel Beckett, for example.
Yeah.
Uh, and
I translated around 15th dramatic work of Beckett.
wow, yeah, yeah, great. I translated Waiting for Godot with a friend of mine who used the French text. I used the English text, so we did it.
Right. I wish I could read that, but I'm afraid I don't read. I don't know Turkish language or anything else.
Translating a good piece of literature helps one a lot, doesn't it? I mean, it's a great education, self-education.
Yeah.
How about the theater world in Bangladesh? I watched a wonderful production by university students at the university. They staged
Dhaka University.
Macbeth. It was beautiful, wonderful. Yeah, what would you like to say about theater in Bangladesh?
Well, after liberation, theater was kind of movement in our country. We used to say the word group theater. Once there was group theater movement in Europe, America also. So, okay, sorry. So the thing is, I'm very blurry right now. I can't see you that much. So in Bangladesh, theater is kind of movement. And there are lots of good productions, lots of great poets. Even we have, like you saw, Macbeth, I presume. We translated lots of play from Europe, America. Even there are some Arabic plays translated in Bengali and from other languages as well, from Spanish, Italian, Luigi Pirandello. So I think in terms of theater, we are in a very good position. But our production quality is quite outstanding. I'm very happy with our theater culture.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine this wonderful. One of the things that impressed me, I feel myself a Bengali in a certain extent, and I feel very close to your society, to your country. One of the things is after tragic years of fundamentalist oppression, there is a secular Bangladesh is a secular country, and my dear friend Shahryar Kibir is one of the leading intellectuals struggling for secular and world. Actually, we are together, and there are different religions, and all of them are respectfully represented. I think that's one of my impressions.
Yeah.
What do you when you look at Bangladesh, what would you like to say about secularity, democracy, or tragic past, etc.? I don't know.
So I think we are not secular 100%. We are fighting to be secular. There are fundamentalists in Bangladesh. It won't be fair to say that there is no fundamental practice in this country. And I think that's good. Having some strong fundamental opponent, it's good for artists. It's good for free thinker kind of people. Yeah. Because they gives us more like, a little bird or even a girl or even a flower can inspire you a lot. But a pressure, any kind of suppression can make you something more than inspired. It works like a bursting. It helps you to burst out. It helps you to get very rigorous. It helps you to become more passionate, more
alert and
pinpoint, focused. So I think we are working on that.
Very good.
People used to say, and that is the history, that's true, that we got our liberation during 1971. We own our country. Okay, we fight for our country. There are lots of bloodsheds and there are lots of violence and war crimes. We face that things, and we are the generation who born during the liberation war. I myself born during the liberation war. So it is kind of more than inspiration. I don't know. I presume if you can help me to find the word, you are also a poet. Some word is, I'm looking for the word. More than inspirations. It's more than simple vibe. It's bigger, something very bigger. It's more than love. We just don't love our country. We just don't get our liberation in any by chance. We fought for it, and we are still fighting against not only against fundamentalism, against any any kind of negative things. We are working on it. We are fighting on it. We are still trying to get our economical freedom, our freedom of speech, and trying to make our voice clear in this globe.
Yes.
We are still fighting.
In Turkey, we owe a lot to Atatürk in terms of gender equality, secularity, modern law, scientific thinking,
Yeah.
arts, especially rights for women. Now, on one hand, there are countries or societies with different languages, about 6,000 languages. On the other hand, we are on the same planet. There is a tendency to become a unity, which I am in favor of. But there are also introvert tendencies. How can we combine these? How can we form a world of peace, really? I am in favor of a secular democratic world federation, honestly, based on today's countries. Today's countries are important. We cannot deny their existence. We shouldn't. There's no need. But how can we improve? What do you think?
Yeah. You know, when it's not only about the nations or the country borders or gender equity, it's all about humanity. Well, so whenever I saw a cake painting, it doesn't matter it's from Indonesian Sulawesi area or from French Lasuk cave or Ajanta Ellora cave, it doesn't matter. We don't define this thing like it's these paintings are from this religion, this country people. It's not like that. When we see, prehistoric artwork, or when we read Homer, Iliad or Odyssey, or when we read Mahabharata or Ramayana, we don't do classify that much. This is from Hindu scripture. This is from Catholic scripture. No. The great literature, great artwork, great paintings always create a bridge between people. And when I say people, it's Earthmate, as you say. And as you said, that there are 6,000, I think there are more than 6,000 languages in this world. We fight for our language also. But as I said earlier, our fight is not finished yet unless we are not fighting for each language. You know, every day some language is dying. Every day some language is dying. So it's our responsibility. And how would we do that? We are not a kind of parliament people. We are not politicians. We are not rulers. We don't rule any countries. We are just free thinkers. Maybe whatever our platform, is it a canvas or is it a book, any format. But we are same. We are all equal. And that's the thing. When we feel that we are equal, we are all same, there is no difference between you and me. The outer texture, you are fairer than me, I'm black. So it doesn't matter.
Yes.
You are Muslim or I am Hindu. It doesn't really matter. When we write, if we write from here or from here, we are basically fighting for the equality. We are fighting for the peace.
Yes.
We are always working. I think art, literature, culture, these are the only tools which can ensure the peace.
Yes. The more we understand each other, the better things can be. Intercultural communication, that's
like you said, you translated Waiting for Godot. Okay, I translated it too. So Vladimir and Estragon, they are not from French, they are not from Ireland, they're from Turkey, they're from Bangladesh also. So when I took Beckett as my own pupil, I don't feel like that he is a foreign writer, he is a Nobel laureate, some kind of very celebrity someone. No, I feel connected with his lines, his words, his dialogues. his character, Vladimir, Estragon, Lucky, Pozo, I play those roles also. And these characters, when blend with me, and they become part of my culture also. They
Yes.
become your culture also. So you see, a single text, even a absurd drama, can be a tools for the piece.
Yes. My daughter, Barış, she wrote an article about the play, by the way, at university.
Well,
About the characters, Estragon and Vladimir. Um, now, what would you suggest to young Earthmates? You are young, but younger Earthmates. uh, and
well, yeah, please.
yeah, please. What would you recommend?
Okay. I think nowadays, even we talked personally earlier, that it becomes very kind of corporate capitalist cultures. Everybody is running behind or running for the careers, money, and name, fame. And nowadays, another big issue is so-called social media. We are not really social. We are putting some like buttons. We are putting some emos, some emojis, and we are running for always checking these updates. Huh? So I think the young people, they should be connected with the art. I mean, they should throw your sandal or shoes for once a month even. Feel the art. They should look up above their head, sky, looking to the sky. Connecting, human being is the only animal who can stand straight, like a 90-degree. He can create this 90-degree with earth and sky, earth and heaven. Okay. So you are kind of straight line between earth and heaven. So you have to own the earth, you have to own the heaven, sky. And the sky is the limit, earth is the limit. We will be dust once again. So the thing is, we should be more concentrate on uh, saving the plants, saving the water, saving the air. We should work on pollutions. We should work on like what they say, global warming. So these are the issues we should uh, work together for this thing. We are not supposed to blame each other, and we are not supposed to playing the blame game and say that you are doing that, you are doing that. We need to unite ourselves. We need to work literally, not so-called any social media platform, hand in hand together. We need to touch each other. If it is not possible physically, like I can't touch Samuel Beckett, then it's possible to touch each other with their work. I can read your poems, you can read my poems, and through these lines, we can touch each other, we can feel each other. And once we start to feel each other, then there will be no me. The aim will be downward and it will be we. Me will be transformed to we. That's the thing I wish young people can understand.
Wow, thank you so much. There are wonderful organizations, initiatives, and such as the Future of Humanity Institute of Oxford University, or the Earth Institute of Columbia University, and other initiatives, organizations. There's this great transition network, and recently this small group has begun the Earth Civilization Network. The idea that a new civilization, a higher civilization is necessary is not new. And some thinkers also mentioned a planetary civilization. But why not put the name of our planet and call it an Earth civilization? It is in a way in action. All these good efforts are forming a synergy we do not know the limits of. I think this multi-generational, multi-disciplinary and multi-continental communication can be more and more made use of. And because the United Nations is only, it's better than nothing, but it's only a platform of governments. Some of them are despotic. And there are political parties. These are okay, but we need activists. The day should come when activism becomes a normal part of life, and then there will not be much need for professional politicians. We all need to be activists. We all need to be politicians, actually, in a positive way. And actually, literature, as you have been living, and not only writing, you also live literature. It is open to life. It is wonderfully chaotic, because life is wonderfully chaotic. Otherwise, it would be boring. And so I like this American saying, "Do your best, leave the rest." We cannot do everything, but as an American philosopher said, nobody can do everything, but each of us can do one thing immediately. And I like that. And we need all the wisdom of humanity in India, Bangladesh, the United States, even the United States, that as a government causing lots of problems in the world. Yes, trying to be human is not an easy voyage. Thank you so much. We are together. And is there anything else?
Pleasure.
Is there anything
Pleasure
else?
is mine.
Thank you. And you also
you choose me as a member of the Art Civilization Network also. And I'm very happy to be with you and our artists.
Earthmates, yes. And
are working through our writings.
Yes. And you also, as far as I can see, you also lead a happy marriage. You have a happy, what's the word? Life friendship.
Yeah.
That's also very good. Okay, we're together. Take care.
Thanks. Take care. Bye.
So, dear Earthmates, we are thanking Moom Rahaman, the wonderful poet, a great human being from the Bangladesh corner of our planet. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.